today's top boxing news.
Okay, we'll start with this. A couple of words from Bam Rodriguez ahead of his upcoming fight with WBC Super Flyweight champion Gallo Estrada. I'm ready for Estrada after sparring Chocolatito. Jesse Bam Rodriguez has used Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez as a sparring partner to prepare for his WBC Super Flyweight title fight with Gallo Estrada. Rodriguez, 24, established himself as one of the world's finest fighters when in December at Flyweight he stopped the previously undefeated Sonny Edwards, and on June 29th at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, he returns to Super Flyweight to challenge Estrada, the defending champion. The 34-year-old Estrada had a memorable trilogy with Chocolatito Gonzalez in which he first lost via UD and more recently earned split and majority decision wins, but may recognize that the improving Rodriguez poses an even greater threat.
This is one of these divisions that I love because the casuals don't follow it, and many of the content creators
don't cover it, don't talk about it, don't polarize it.
It's a breath of fresh air.
From the usual divisions and the usual handful of fighters they cover,
For metrics.
they don't really talk about the super flyweight division. They don't really talk about Bam. Bam Rodriguez said Chocolatito fought Estrada 3 times. So he's very familiar with his style. He knows what he does right and wrong, Rodriguez said. To share the ring with him was a huge opportunity. We got 8 solid rounds in, and each one was fireworks. So my confidence is even higher going into the fight knowing I've shared the ring with Chocolatito. Chocolatito is a legend, not just of the lower weight classes, but in boxing, period. He was on the pound-for-pound list for a very, very long time. So to share the ring with him was an honor, and it doesn't get any better than that. This isn't the first fight that I'm being doubted, or people are saying I can't win, so it's just another fight. Every day is another day in the gym, and then on June 29th, I will show everyone once again that I am the real deal. It's not about him. It's about what I have inside of me and the style that I have. I know what I am capable of, so I go into the fight knowing that I feel no one can beat me.
This show is going head-to-head with the top-ranked show, the Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett fight.
Needless to say that I'm a lot more interested in Bam versus Gallo than I am in Teofimo Lopez versus a random club fighter from Canada.
This is the better card.
I just know I am ready, whether he was young and active or not. I know I can beat any version of Gallo Estrada. I've been taking tough fights my last 4, 5, 6 fights now. I've lost count of them. I've been in world title fights since 2022, and I feel like winning this fight in dominant fashion or even stopping Estrada, it will make people believe. But if it doesn't, that's okay. I know what I am accomplishing in the sport, and that's what matters. The pressure is on me as the one coming up. Estrada has been around, and people know what he's done, so it's up to me to show the world that I am one of the greats in the lower divisions, and world boxing as well. I'm more motivated than ever and very confident going into this fight, so you can expect the best of me June 29th. No excuses.
So Bam Rodriguez goes into this fight with 1 or 2 advantages. That he's the fresher, younger fighter, much younger. He's 10 years younger than Gallo Estrada. Gallo is 34, where Bam is 24. That's one advantage, that he is 10 years younger than Gallo Estrada. He's been more active the last 12 months. That's another advantage. He was last in action in December of last year, and he fought 2 times last year where Gallo didn't fight at all. Gallo Estrada hasn't fought since December of 2022 when he capped off the trilogy with Chocolatito Gonzalez. There was an effort to try to put him in the ring with Kazuto Ioka last year, but Gallo didn't like the money, so Gallo didn't fight at all.
It's to his detriment, I think. It's to his detriment that he hasn't fought in well over a year's time.
Year and a half.
So then why am I excited for this show? Why am I excited for this fight? Because Gallo is still vastly more experienced than young Bam Rodriguez, that he can still make a fight of it, even under these circumstances.
3-star fight.
Solid fight. I still think it's a solid fight. Gallo is still WBC champion. He is still more experienced than young Bam Rodriguez. Gallo, who says, I come into this with a mentality of winning this fight convincingly. Even if it is by knockout, then even better.
Does Gallo pack a big enough wallop, a big enough punch, that he could hurt Bam Rodriguez or he could stop him.
I think so. The problem for Gallo is after that amount of time away from the ring, your timing is going to be a bit off. And in a very general sense, because Bam is so much younger and fresher than Gallo, I think he's going to be faster, with faster hands and faster on his feet.
Faster feet.
What I view as Bam Rodriguez's ace in the hole in this fight and his secret weapon, things like hand speed and power are easier to interpret and easy to appreciate as they are plain as day.
And I do think Bam has power. I don't really know who punches harder between him and Gallo.
In terms of power, maybe Gallo does crack a little harder, or maybe it's about the same between Bam and Gallo. Maybe.
What separates them?
Youth, freshness, and footwork. I think footwork. That Bam's got some of the best feet anywhere at or around these weights, whether it's to keep up with and keep on an opponent or to work around them.
Use the ring.
Move around. Bam is versatile. He's versatile like that. And I like him in this weekend's fight. And so this is Bam Rodriguez's return to the super flyweight division. You will remember that he became WBC champion by taking on veteran Carlos Cuadras on short notice, jumping up two divisions, two weight classes for a shot at the vacant WBC title.
He became a champion, then he defended it once or twice, dropped down in weight, became a unified champion, now he's moving back up.
There are 4 champions currently at super flyweight. Gallo is just one of them. Another is WBA champion Kazuto Ioka of Japan, who's going to be facing IBF champion Fernando Martinez in what I rate a 4-star fight.
Wait, you think that's a 4-star fight and this is a 3-star fight?
I do. Ioka versus Martinez is a unification match, whereas with Bam and Gallo, there's only one belt on the line.
And Gallo's been out a long while.
3-star fight, whereas Ioka versus Martinez, that's a battle of the champions for 2 alphabet titles, not just one.
4-star fight.
And currently there are 4 champions at this weight. 4 of them. The other is 4-division champion Kosei Tanaka, also of Japan. So beyond this weekend's fight, for Bam, I would like to see him unify this division. I heard Eddie Hearn bouncing around the idea that Bam should move up in weight, move up even further to fight Inoue, and I don't like that idea. I like this one. You want to turn Bam into a star, you want to keep him on the right track, then you have him become the super flyweight division's undisputed champion, because every single one of these fights for Bam,
they're all action fights.
They all make for great TV fights. Moreover, if you want him to ascend to superstardom the way that Inoue did, you have him do what Inoue did.
Shoot for undisputed like he did 2 times.
Make history. I think that Bam would be making history if he did that, because I don't recall there ever being an undisputed super flyweight champion in the 4-belt era. I don't think that's ever actually happened.
And in a very general sense, I can't name any undisputed champions at super flyweight, so if there was one, it must have been a very long time ago.
I like Bam's chances to become an undisputed champion at this weight. I like his chances against Kosei Tanaka. I like his chances against either Kazuto Ioka or Fernando Martinez. It's doable, and it needs to be done.
Eddie should keep the ball rolling. If Bam wins this weekend, let him unify this division.
Elsewhere in the world of boxing, a new statement from Ryan Garcia's legal team was released 1 or 2 days ago. Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney, and this result will never be erased from the public and the media. There is a lot of misinformation being disseminated about Ryan Garcia. However, the undisputed facts are as followed. His positive test was the result of contaminated supplements.
Really?
Just the other day, one of Ryan Garcia's belligerent fans tried to tell me that it was VADA that set him up.
So you saying they injected his supplements?
Was VADA connected with the dude that was connected with Devin Haney? He was the guy that created VADA. Yes or no? These are facts.
You know that Ryan's not blaming VADA anymore. He's blaming his
I'm
supplements.
not
These are
telling you.
facts!
Tried to tell the guy that Ryan's explanation for what happened is that his supplements were contaminated, but
It's either his brain wouldn't let him process that information,
or he's trolling. Neither would surprise me, but the statement continues. His positive test was the result of contaminated supplements, of which he was unaware. The subsequent lab testing of the supplements proved to be in the billions of a gram, and the 2 positive tests
3 actually.
were in the billions and trillions.
There were 3 tests. tests, 3 actually, 2 from VADA and 1 from the New York State Athletic Commission.
That every expert will attest to had absolutely no performance-enhancing benefit, emphasis added. Regarding the weight issue, the Haneys could have chose to stop the fight due to the weight clause, but instead negotiated heavily and agreed to the quote-unquote cash grab and the fight.
Do you think that any of this makes Ryan Garcia look any better or look any less of a cheater?
Because it doesn't. Now maybe this goes over better with the teens and tweens and the
Conspiracy theorists?
hermits and overall weirdos.
Ryan is the one saying it came from his supplements. Are you gonna acknowledge that? Let's see.
So Ryan Garcia needed supplements to beat Devin Haney.
Ryan
That's
said
not what he said.
That's not what I said. I said
So-
Ryan Garcia.
so, all right,
Ryan Garcia said the aspirin they found in his system came from his supplements.
All right,
That's
so when
literally
Ryan,
what Ryan
so
said.
when Devin Haney
my
loses,
no, wait a minute. So my question to you is, why are you still trying to put it on VADA when Ryan is not trying to blame VADA? Ryan's lawyer is not trying to blame VADA. You talking about what he said 3-4 weeks ago. Do you not know that that's what his lawyer said? He said, yo, we tested his supplements. They tested positive for aspirin. Tell me how it got there.
all right, so it tested positive for off-stream. VADA, when I come into play with this conversation, I said that the vials that they used are considered by who? VADA. So get your facts in. Get close.
Is this dude slow?
As you would have to be to still be defending Ryan Garcia at this point, but the statement continues, there was never an intent by Ryan, and the facts reiterate this, to gain an advantage over Haney.
It would help your statement a lot more if Ryan Garcia didn't already admit that he deliberately came in 3 pounds over to gain an advantage over Haney. In his own words, he said he didn't want to weaken himself.
He assassinated his own character when he said that.
Seems pretty clear he was looking for an edge.
To be clear, Ryan Garcia's sole advantage over Devin Haney was that he is simply a superior fighter. Rest assured, there are multiple agendas that have been at play since Ryan's clear and convincing win over Devin Haney that has now been overturned. And all those agendas have been aimed against King Ryan.
And what agendas are those?
No matter what those agendas are, one thing remains clear. Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney, and this result will never be erased from the public and the media,
According to Guadalupe Valencia and Darren Chavez,
who are clearly making the assumption that the only people that do not approve of Ryan Garcia are Devin Haney's fans or Devin Haney's supporters. Irrespective of Devin Haney, Ryan gives people enough reason to not like him.
all by himself.
You know what he acts like? He acts like an Instagram model. He acts like a girl who's got a lot of pretty privilege, except he's not a girl.
You're a boxer.
What a lot of people don't like about him, what I don't like about him, away from the Devin Haney stuff, is that he's a troll and a coward. Being a cheater, a brazen cheater, and a liar only adds to what I already don't like about Ryan. That's just the icing on the cake and the cherry on top.
That's all.
So was Devin Haney overrated? Did he lose a fight that he was supposed to win
Yes.
in Ryan Garcia?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he was.
That one of these Floyd Mayweather clones, Floyd Mayweather wannabes, might have been overrated? That's hardly a revelation.
Doesn't change the fact that you're a cheater and a liar and a douchebag.
And a burnout waiting to happen. Without boxing and scheduling boxing matches for what remains of this year, how's a train wreck like Ryan Garcia gonna occupy his time and occupy his mind?
It gives him structure
Without it, he's all over the place. He was seen playing poker.
and acting weird.
Erratic. It was almost like watching a child try to sit at the adult table.
No boxing for what remains of this year, right?
What effect do you think that's gonna have on his boxing?
Hey guys, I'm a boxer. But I'm currently banned from boxing for a year. I didn't cheat, I didn't do anything, just to be clear. But I've been doing anything to try to save this in my life.
Perfect.
I've only boxed since I was 7 years old, so they said that maybe I could be a stand-up comedian, so I was like,
This is his first time, guys. Come on, give it up. Ryan Garcia, right here. He takes a lot of balls, which obviously ass ball. There you go. See? There he is. Hell yeah, I love that, dude.
Worst of worst, I just start chatterboxing.
That's good. That's good. Shadowboxing is great.
No, yeah, I just woke up. And I was drunk already, and then I woke up even more drunk. I never took steroids.
There we go.
The truth is the truth. Come on. And the lie's a lie.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Just watching Ryan bounce around from place to place, behaving the way that he's behaving at the Laugh Factory, at that poker game, and you see what he's doing. He's drinking, he's eating.
What the hell else is he gonna do?
He's not disciplined, nor has he ever been, because if he were, and he were that kind of fighter, that kind of a professional, well, you would have never came in 3 pounds over, would you? And to be honest, he never actually made 140 pounds.
When he moved up in weight after the Gervonta Davis fight, they said he would be fighting at 140 moving forward, but he never actually made 140 because he's not disciplined enough to make 140. And look at him now. What do you think he's walking around at?
How much do you think he weighs in the picture seen here? How much do you think he weighs? 170? 175? Maybe more?
Maybe.
And for the rest of what remains of this year, you don't have boxing to work on. You don't have boxing and scheduling boxing matches to keep you in check and keep you on the straight and narrow. No, now you're free to occupy your time with as much alcohol and as much food.
Sounds fun.
You have as much time to have as much fun as you want to have.
But that's just gonna make it harder to come back.
You understand that, right? The people egging him on and applauding him.
You go, Ryan!
They're only supporting him now, here and now, as these are the kind of people that only focus on the here and the now.
Like children.
As the severity of his situation worsens, they may not have the same vim and vigor to continually defend him, to continually egg him on, cheer him on. They may not care that much.
It's all fun in the sun right now.
But there is such a thing as having too much fun, especially for a boxer. The reason they defend Ryan, no matter what he does, is because they identify with him.
His immaturity, his instability.
He's a reflection of them, but they are not supposed to be a reflection of him. And they are.
Why?
Because he's a boxer. To make it as a boxer, to truly make it, you've got to live the life. Do you think that Ryan's living the life?
You think he's going to for what remains of this year? You think he's going to spend it in the gym, working on things, staying close to fight weight, whatever fight weight is for him?
No, I don't think that's what he's going to do.
And that's just going to make it that much harder to come back.